Hello, welcome to the Loney Show. I'm your host, John Loney, and in this episode, I brought on regular Eric Taylor. And as for our guest, she's from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. She's a country music singer and songwriter. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Ashley Puckett.
Hello, how are you today?
Great. So, how's
Mm.
life?
Hey, it's going. It's cold down here in Pittsburgh. We've been experiencing the fake spring, and I'm not a cold person, but I've been hanging in there. I've got a lot of music surprises coming up in the next couple months. So I've been trying to keep myself occupied within the cold winter months, bringing into to summer. So it's all going pretty well here.
Great, great.
Mm. So, how did you get into music? What inspired
So I have been singing basically my whole life, I say. I sang my first song. I was about 5 years old. It was You Were Mine from the Dixie Chicks. And to this day, I still cover that song here and there. But music was always just something in my life that I took a taking to and a real passion for. And the older I got, the more involved I became in different things, whether it been vocal competitions or school talent shows. And after a while I learned to play guitar. I started writing music at a very young age, and it just kind of transpired. And then once I got older, I realized I kind of knew what I wanted to do all along, and it's just something I continued to pursue as much as I could.
you? Mm.
Great.
You know, wait, you said you've been singing ever since you were five, right?
Yes.
All right, I'm not gonna lie. When you said that, I thought you were gonna say your first song was "Twinkle Twinkle Little Star." I'm not gonna
Oh
I'm
well.
sure I sang that too at some point.
lie.
Uh,
uh,
so, so what was life for you growing up?
Well, you know what? I've always had a very supportive family. My parents were always behind me no matter what I wanted to do, and my sister, same thing. Actually, growing up, me and my sister used to sing together a lot. Not so much anymore, but you know, I I had a great childhood. I got into a ton of different things musically. I wasn't really a sports person. Kind of kept to myself growing up, but music and really just anything fun and entertaining. And I'm a little bit of an adrenaline junkie. So I do some off the wall stuff like bungee jumping, skydiving, um, some things like that. I just keep life entertaining. So I've had a very entertaining life, is probably the best way to describe it.
Okay, great.
cool. Yeah, that sounds very interesting. Wow.
Have you performed in any live concerts recently?
So we did one a couple months ago at one of my local venues here that I like to support. We're really just kind of getting back into the swing of booking some stuff. I have been working with a new guitarist that I'll be start performing with, and really looking forward to that. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Um, so as of right now, we don't really have anything booked up. I think the next maybe I'd say in 2 months or so, I might start adding a few more dates.
Okay, nice. Well done. So, if you were to choose between skydiving, bungee jumping, or scuba diving, which one would you choose?
So I can tell you, I've never been scuba diving, although there is something weird to me about going underwater for a period of time, and I think more or less being in the scuba suit. So I would probably have to pick bungee jumping, only because I absolutely love to skydive, but with bungee jumping, you get a little bit of a different feel, and it's kind of less work and less of a really less responsibility. You kind of just jump off the bridge and it is what it is, and you just hope that nothing breaks. When you're skydiving, there's just so many different things that you have to pay attention to. The timing, your altitude, pulling the chute, steering, your location awareness, and it kind of throws me off sometimes. So I would say bungee jumping.
Okay,
Would you
great.
would you bungee jump? Would you bungee jump into the water?
So I had an opportunity to do a bungee. I was down in Kentucky, and we were jumping over, I forget what river it was, but they did a um they call them head dips or something, and they dip your head in the water, and I was not going for that at all. So no.
uh, all right, all right.
What's your strangest hidden talent?
Oh, that's a good question. So let me see here. I bake fairly decent. I don't get to do a lot in the kitchen. I'm usually either, running around or doing, God only knows what. But um, I'm really skillful when it comes to like plating desserts. I love eating desserts. So naturally, when I'm baking and kind of decorating the plates and giving these presentations, that's something I like to think I'm really good at. That I don't really, explore too much with or share too much.
Okay.
Hmm. Wait, how come you don't share it too much?
Honestly, I just don't do it often, and sometimes when I do go, the one of my favorite dishes to make, or I guess desserts rather, is tiramisu. And I will admit that when I make it, sometimes I'm so excited to have it in the house that I'll keep it in my fridge, and I'll just kind of indulge myself. um the last time, it was probably a good 6 months or so that I've made it, but I did actually take it and share it with a bunch of people to get rid of it the same day. But I think I, as a dessert queen, I call myself. I don't get dessert that often anymore like I used to. Just getting older, I've been trying to be a little bit more responsible in that category. But um, sometimes when I have it in the fridge, it's like, oh, I'll just leave it there and maybe I'll have a small piece tomorrow and then the next day. But yeah, it's something I enjoy doing, and tiramisu is one of my favorites. So
Great.
Yeah. Wow.
Impressive. What is you?
Fabulous. Wonderful.
Yeah. Yeah. What is your biggest regret in life?
oh, I probably got a list of those.
Yeah,
You
join
know,
the club, sister. We all have
right.
regrets.
And I think that's something that everyone jokes about, but to be honest with you, like, I look back and all the things that I say I absolutely, cannot believe happened, or that I've done, or, you know, blame different things on in life. I wouldn't have gotten to where I am. So every little thing that, I maybe if I could go back and change, I think it still would have changed too much to where I still wouldn't be who I am as a person. But one regret I think I do have is not pursuing music earlier, at a more, mainstream style. And what I mean by that is, when I met everyone from the studio, my producer, my sound engineer, and we agreed to do this album. I think the timing was absolutely perfect to actually get it done, but I wish I would have spent more of my time just getting out there, booking shows. And even though I didn't really have much of a platform, maybe 4 or 5 years ago, I wish I just got myself out there more and built the fan base a lot earlier, instead of having to do it, right after we're doing, a year and a half in the studio and just releasing fresh music, which, is probably how most artists start anyway. But looking back, because I was such a musical person growing up, there are some time, a couple of years right after high school that I kind of dropped off. And I really regret the drop off there. And it was all my fault. A lot of different things in life going on. It was something I just like kind of slip away. And music was still a huge part of my life. It just wasn't what I was doing with my life at the time. And I really regret that, because a lot of the time during those instances, I knew it was something that, I wasn't going down the right path per se, and I needed to focus more on the music. It just wasn't happening at the time. So I do look back and regret that sometimes.
Hmm. So before music, what were you doing with your life before?
Well, right out of high school, I was actually working basically a full-time job in high school. Um, like most stories go, I was a waitress, and then I was a waitress and a bartender, and then a manager at a restaurant. After that, I started doing sales and marketing for various companies, and then finance manager at a car dealership. So I had a little bit of a broad range of things under my belt there.
So did anything bad or like creepy ever happen while you were a waitress or anything?
I wouldn't say bad or creepy. I always had a really bubbly personality, and I had fun with my job for the most part when I was waitressing. And I know you hear stories about different things. I've just always been that kind of girl that I don't take nothing from anybody. So, I don't think I came off as that kind of person to be persuaded. Hell, I think the most entertaining thing that ever happened to me was somebody left me their number on a napkin, and I did end up dating somebody that I met as a waitress that spilled beer on me. So, I mean, that's an entertaining story.
uh,
So
what?
yeah, so what did oh sorry.
No, no, you go on, Eric.
Oh, okay, so I was about to ask, what is your genre of music that you sing, that you
It's
do? Sorry, do.
Yeah, I would say more traditional modern country, not so much pop country as what a lot of this mainstream stuff is now. I'd say it's more classic modern, more like a Miranda Lambert, Jennifer Nettles, Leanne Womack type style.
Ah, okay.
Cool.
Yeah, cool.
So, what were the high and low points of your career?
So far, I think a couple of the coolest high points I had. I'd say there's two. One was a mention that we had in Billboard magazine. That was in 2019. That was right when everything was kind of getting started. So it was really cool to have something unique like that happen so early on. And it was a feature in the Women of Music edition. And it was cool to share the page with Taylor Swift. And I'd say the second one tied very man might this might be number one, but number one, we had a number one single on the New Music Weekly charts for Bulletproof, and I think that was a really cool time. We got some local excitement, a lot of press. I was in our local paper, and doing these kind of things, I have people listening to my song all over the country and actually in different countries. And I think that's so exciting. But, right now, everyone still don't know who Ashley Puckett is. So, it's kind of unique to see, my own hometown gets a chance to say, oh, this girl's from right here and kind of see what's going on in my life and some things happening. So it was kind of a cool week when that happened for me. I got a little bit more local publicity too, like, oh, she is still doing this, and it was just kind of cool. It gave me some insight of what my future is going to start looking like, and that was a big turning point for me because I notice, people are liking what I'm doing. They like what I'm putting out there. They're enjoying it. Heck, we made it to number one for the week. So, we're doing something right. And that was a good feeling to keep moving and look out for the next releases and such.
Great.
Hmm. Yeah, yeah, amazing. It must have felt good to be number one though. For a week, you said, right?
It was. And, I learned over time that, and I've said this a couple different ways and a couple different times, but, it's something to me that, I'll never pass up any little excitement again because it's all these little things that keep happening, even though, it was just for 1 week. It's an accomplishment that, some people wish they could have and they've never had that opportunity. So, it's all those little things to me anymore that when I look back on them, I've had so many little successes that, I've accomplished so much. And a lot of people don't look back on that. But, it does really help the hard times. You were mentioning the lows and, when the lows happen, whether it be, a recording session not going well, or, somebody not particularly taking to a certain song that you really thought people were going to love, you're able to offset those moments in your mind. Like, hey, maybe I'm not doing a horrible job. Maybe it's just the timing, the audience, the song, the something. It's, really not you overall.
I mean,
Cool.
hey, like just keep trying, just keep doing what you're doing, and then soon you're gonna reach 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 5 weeks, 6 weeks, a month, 2 months, 3 months, maybe a year. Who knows? Like, just keep doing what you're doing because you just gotta believe in yourself. I believe in
Yeah,
you. He
absolutely.
believes in you.
I
Your
appreciate
fans
that.
believe. Yeah, I'm trying to be an inspirational speaker right now, but like we all believe in you. We're here for you, pretty much.
I appreciate that. Yeah, I mean, this is it's a very tough business. Anything when it comes to the arts of any sort. It's really hard to get your stuff out there because there's so many people trying, and so many talented people trying to do what you're doing. So, you're not always going to be everyone's cup of tea. And, for every couple people that you're not, you're going to make somebody cry, or you're going to make somebody, you're going to make their day just by singing a song. So, I've learned to kind of take the good and the bad.
Yeah,
Well, that's great to hear. Yeah, that is great to hear.
absolutely. What pizza topping do you most relate to?
What is it?
What pizza topping do you most relate to?
Ooh, that's a tough one. So if
Pineapple?
I'm, I like that. I like that. I'm not sure if that should be the answer, but I really do like the pineapple because a lot of people think I'm nuts because I don't know what it is. I am not afraid to eat ham and pineapple pizza. Do you guys eat ham and pineapple pizza?
No, I don't
No,
eat
I
it.
don't.
No, I don't eat it
I only
often.
eat. Yeah, I don't. I know. I strictly only eat pepperoni or plain pizza, but then again, I don't get pizza that often. So yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
I like it because it's unique and a lot of people aren't going for, the pineapple, but I can't use it since you said it. I think pepperoni is just a little bit too common. So I probably have to pick something like, I don't know, like when I order pizza, it's banana peppers, onions, and sausage. So I think it's
Ooh.
got to be like a little bit of a something unique, and I think we would have to just go with the trio. Can we go with the trio?
uh,
Yeah. Actually, I do remember every Friday my family eats pizza, but on the pizza topping I prefer is bacon, sausages, broccoli, and a bit of pesto on too. So yeah, it's a
Okay.
very tasty. Yeah, it's a bit of a little spice in your life.
I actually had a pizza. It was today. It was ricotta and meatballs. One of the best pizzas I get, around. And I had that for lunch today. So it's funny we're talking about pizza, but honestly, that don't sound like it always pairs well together. But on a pizza, absolutely delicious.
Yep, absolutely.
absolutely. But
Oh
I'm not gonna
yes.
lie. But I. Yeah, but I'm not gonna lie. I mostly eat Chinese food.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with Chinese food. I can get into that too.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
Yeah.
What bullet have you dodged just recently?
Hmm. Um, Let me see. I mean, just earlier today, around 3 o'clock, I got out of an extra long work day. Does that count?
Oh, I mean, if you're getting out of work and you don't like it, good for you. Uh,
Like I I'm not gonna lie, I kinda wish I dodged a bullet today. I don't know. I have this new person at my job. I don't know, she's nice, but she was talking a lot. She was I don't know, like it's like I don't know, my eyes were actually hurting though. So, like I don't know how.
See, I'm the
Like before
opposite.
it was
I'm not always that talkative. So when I'm on that other side, I feel like I have a very hard time dodging that specific bullet just because I'm kind of always a better listener, I think, than I am a talker sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'll be honest. I'm like 50-50. I'm like 50-50 because it's like I don't know. I mean, like I was talking as much as she was, but it's like I don't know. I was kind of tired of. I was kind of tired of talking because it's like, bro, I just want today to be over. Like I was
Yeah.
trying. I was actually trying to go to. I was actually trying to go to Target or at least see if the Target was open, so I can. Uh, I don't know, maybe buy a drink or something. Because and plus it would be somewhere else for me to go when I'm trying to get out of work. I mean, take a break from work. Yeah, because I love my job. I love it. I
Oh, yeah.
hate it. Yeah, but pretty much.
If you could travel back in time, what decade would you live in?
So I might have to try and see what the 70s or 80s was like. Um, I like the big hairstyle. So I just feel a lot of the clothes, the styles and everything, even way back to like bell bottoms. I think that's more me than the skinny jeans and everything that they're putting out right now. I have the hardest time shopping, and for a woman that should be the last thing that comes out of my mouth. But I really dislike shopping, and it's because it's very hard to find styles that I like of anything unless there's shimmers and sparkles on it. So I think it would have to be back there with the big hairdo, all the hairspray, and some more of that style change, because I'm just not into a lot of what they're doing today.
Oh wait, hold on, wait. I'm sorry. I wasn't really. I don't think I was listening. You said as a woman, you shouldn't say what?
So most women, I think in general, love to shop, and I hate to shop.
Oh no, there's nothing wrong with that. Shoot, I'll be honest. I'll be honest. I know a couple of women who don't like shopping that much either. But it's like I'll be honest. I have not shopped in so long. I need some new stuff. Like those are clothes I used to wear in high school, and I'm just looking at my closet. And I'm like, damn it, I want to throw all of these clothes away. I hate them. Like, I
It
hate them.
was just a couple weeks ago. One of the girls was like, "Yeah, I'm going to the mall in a couple hours. Do you want to come?" I'm like, yeah, sure. I'd probably just rather go have a drink, but yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
uh,
What is your pet
oh,
peeve?
Pet peeve. I'm sure I also have a long list if I had the time to think about this one too. One thing that really drives me nuts though is whenever you use the microwave and somebody leaves it on like 2 seconds or 1 second left and it's not cleared out, that drives me up a wall.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Like why would people do that? It doesn't make any sense.
And
yeah,
people not
honestly, I
texting
don't
you
get
back.
it
That's
either.
another one. We'll throw that in there.
Oh
If
yeah,
if you
I hate that. I especially hate being left on red. I don't know. It's like I don't make a big deal about it through text message. I'm just like, bro, if you're gonna leave me on red, what was the point of looking at it? Like, I'll be honest, I wouldn't
Exactly.
mind if
yeah.
it's like some
uh
people some people say that's childish, but it's like it's not the point. It's the principle of it. Why would you look at it just to not respond?
Exactly.
exactly. It's that simple.
Right. Ugh.
What do you disagree with most frequently?
Hmm. Really anything in the morning because I'm not a morning person.
Same.
Okay.
Um, anything, yeah. Anytime anyone thinks I should be doing anything before my coffee, I disagree with.
Yeah.
Um, yeah. Let's just go that way. Yeah, I mean, I could get political and say I disagree with a lot of other things, but I don't typically like to go that route. Um,
Fair enough.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, fair.
Yeah, I mean, otherwise, sometimes when I'm set in stone with something that I feel like I want to do and people are trying to, reroute and give me ideas, I'll typically be one of the people that are open for ideas, and then all of a sudden I'll just disagree anyway, just to have heard something and go my own way. So,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What is? Sorry, what?
Uh, oh no, I just said mm-hmm. And
Oh, okay.
by the way,
Oh yeah.
when you guys were talking about skinny jeans earlier, I could never wear them. That's all I'm gonna say. I could never wear them. I'm
Hey, I'm
sorry,
not gonna
bro.
say I don't own a couple pair, but it's because that's all you can find anymore. I miss,
That is so.
right?
I
I mean,
I
I
I
miss
I
when they had the flares.
I miss when they had like um baggy pants like everywhere. Now it's just mostly skinny jeans. No problem with that. I have no problem with anyone else wearing it, but I'm not gonna wear it.
Right. I mean, it's like some people can rock it. There's men that try it, and hey, good for you. And there's women that look absolutely adorable, but for me, it's just not my thing.
Yeah, yeah, that, and I just really care about my genitalia too. So it's like I don't want to put it through that. I don't want to put it through that struggle.
Oh my. Uh,
Oh,
oh boy.
I got I got jokes. I'm sorry. Just, I had to say
Hey, you gotta look out for the boys.
Yeah.
that. Exactly.
What is your guilty pleasure?
Anything dessert, anything chocolate.
Oh yeah, I agree. I have a sweet tooth myself.
Ah,
Yeah, it
yes.
could literally be anything in that category. I'm really not picky. When it comes
Yeah.
to chocolate, I'm not picky.
So you would eat a stinky chocolate boot then?
Okay, maybe there's some limitations. Maybe won't do the
Okay.
chocolate ants. Probably not gonna do that. Um, there's
Like,
other like chocolate covered bugs. I've seen that was a thing. I guess I draw the line somewhere.
Yeah.
uh, I was gonna say a chocolate covered jock strap, but that's just messed up.
Yeah, we'll leave that one on the table too.
Yeah, nah, yeah, leave that on the table.
Have you ever fallen asleep in class and got called out by a teacher for it?
I bet I have fallen asleep. I've never gotten called out for it. No.
Okay.
Hmm.
Good
I
for
mean,
you.
yeah. I mean, one time I think I had a math teacher who saw me sleeping. He just let me. He was cool. I, I like I liked him.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
honestly,
pretty
I think I
cool.
felt I fell asleep more. I think like almost nodding off in homeroom periods and study halls, not so much actual class. But I know I've done it a couple times.
Yeah. What is the best pair of shoes you've ever owned?
Um, I think I have a couple that come to mind. So I'm like I said, I'm a real shimmery glitter kind of girl. So I have a pair right now that I absolutely love. They're all silver and they have this gigantic bow on the very top of them. It's like just a set of pumps. I also for my birthday I wear these heels. They're wedge heels, but they look like a piece of cake. So they're all handmade, and they're painted as if there's icing, and there's an actual cherry sitting on top, and the heel looks like it's an actual slice of cake. And I just think they're so unique. They're all handmade with the sprinkles and stuff, and they're just the coolest thing in my world.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, cool. Drip, as the kids say.
Where was the nicest place you've been to?
Oh, I would probably have to say Um, I really love the Cayman Islands, but Atlantis in the Bahamas is a very, very beautiful resort. So I would have to say one of those two.
Yeah, I always want to go there someday, but just don't have the money for it.
I've been there twice, and honestly, I would go back again and again. There's so much to do out there with the water park and all the different things you could do swimming with the dolphins and the stingrays, and then you have the shark encounter. There's just so much to do in one trip. They've got all kinds of stuff down there.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
What is your favorite thing to drink?
Captain and Coke.
Great. Fabulous choices.
Wait, wait, wait. Hold on. Wait, what happened? Captain, what?
Captain and Coke. I had to say it slowly. I didn't want to just blurt it out and you guys think I'm insane, but I drink Captain and Coke a ton, and that's my favorite. I do drink tequila sunrises, but I had to pretend I had to think about that for a second.
uh,
What is the best way to stay motivated and complete your goals?
I'm always striving to do more than I've already accomplished, but I know in the very end, as I work toward my final goals, I've always wanted to win a Grammy. I always thought it would be really cool to sing on the Grand Ole Opry stage. So I have big goals in mind, but as I go along, I always try to pick up little goals along the way to kind of keep me going.
Great. And that is all we have for this episode. It was great having you here, Ashley.
Yeah, it was great talking to you guys. It was a lot of fun. I appreciate you guys having me on the show.
You're welcome.
yeah, it was really fun having you. It was really good talk.
Hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, we appreciate you.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate you guys too. It was a pleasure.
Yeah. And until next time,
Anytime.
stay tuned for more.